Mahaprabhu, like we're chanting this pranam mantra of Chaitanya Charitamrita or Chaitanya Bhagavat. This pleases Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave the highest Premadhan, Golokera Premadhan, Harinama Sankirtan. And what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, now we all celebrated Vijay Dashmi. So the Vijay Dashmi day, Lord Ram um, established or conquered victory over the good over the evil, we say. So he pierced the arrow through Ravana, so that Ravana was punished for touching the or taking away the consort of Narayana or Ram, Sita Devi. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has given that Golokera Premadana Harinama Sankirtan Parama Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. So we all have Vijay Ustav every day, because when we chant the holy name in Sankirtan, or when we chant the holy name on our japa beats every day, that is Sankirtan, that is Kirtan, that is we are glorifying the Lord, and we are begging for the mercy of Lord to be to provide us with the service, so that is the eternal service. We all do other mundane services which might be linked to the Lord at our home, or sometimes we might have to do some services which might be secondary, linked to the link for maintaining your primary service. So the service which we do, the Vedic way or the sadhana bhakti we do, is called the Nitya Seva. These are eternal service, Nitya Seva, or these are Nitya Dharma, the service, because we know Jeever Swarup hoy Krishnera Nitya Das. So this Nitya Seva are eternal services. There is no loss when we do this Seva. Like even little bit of service we do is added to our spiritual quota, spiritual balance. So this the original dharma, the Sanatan dharma or Jaiva dharma or Nitya dharma, these are all the same words, is to serve the Supreme Lord through his devotees, through Vaishnavas, serve the Vaishnavas nicely, sadhu sang. So there is Navavidha Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Archanam, Vandanam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atma Nivedinam. But there is the Panchanga Bhakti which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave, which is we can do Bhagavad Shravan, Nama Kirtan, Sadhu Seva, okay, Sadhu Sangha, Nama Kirtan, Bhagavad Shravan, Mathura Vasa Sri Mutera, Shraddhaya Sevan. So this Panchanga Bhakti, we should see that we are at least getting engaged in one of them every day. So we are doing Sadhu Sangha or Association of Devotees, and when senior Vaishnavas come, we should certainly be present there to get their association. Even we all know that even Shana Matra Sadhu Sangha, Lava Matra Sadhu Sangha, it is very explained as it can create miracles in your spiritual progress. So these five Panchanga Bhakti one should remember. Sadhu Sangha Nama Kirtana Bhagavad Shravan Mathura Vasa Sri Murteya Shraddhaya Sevan. So one is Sadhu Sangha, then next you do is Nam Sankirtan. You chant alone on your beads, or you are, whenever there is a Sankirtan group of devotees, you can chant or sing in Sankirtan. The third is daily do Bhagavat Shravan. Daily do Bhagavat Shravan and listen Bhagavatam or read Bhagavatam daily. So, and the fourth is Mathura Vas or go to Dham Vas whenever possible in yatras or with devotees. Go to Mathura Vas and spend time in the Leela Stalis of Lord Krishna and all his divine associates. And the fifth one is श्री मूर्ति का श्रद्धा से सेवन करना है. सो आपके घर में जो भी विग्रह है, जो भी भगवान का पिक्चर, आप उनके लिए श्रद्धा भाव से, प्यार से, प्रेम पूर्वक सेवन करना है. साधु संग में साधुओं का सेवन करना है. इस प्रकार ये हमारे पंचांग भक्ति हुए हैं. These are very very prominent with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he is said, Param Vijayate Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. For us, for devotees, every day is Vijay Utsav. Because what is the Vijay Utsav? Shri Krishna Sankirtanam. To we are doing Nam Japa, Hari Nam Japa. It is Goloker ka Premadhan hai. ये ऐसे वैसे कोई मंत्र नहीं है, गोलोक से आया हुआ प्रेम प्रेम धन है, चिंतामणि है। नाम चिंतामणि कृष्ण चैतन्य रस विग्रह पूर्ण शुद्धो नित्य मुक्तो अभिन्नत्वाम नाम नामिना। There is no other dhana. We can leave all other Kanaka Kamini Kirti. We need not run behind money. Kanaka is the money. Kamini is behind women, or Kirti is behind fame. But if you catch hold of the Harinam Sankirtan, all these things will follow automatically. You need not even ask for it. So when you do Harinam Sankirtan, the Harinam Sankirtan, the Lord's Harinam is so potent. Nam Akari Bahuda. The Nam and the Nami are not different. The Nam, when you call Nam, Krishna is immediately there standing by you on your tongues. And he knows, and as present in within our hearts as Paramatma, he knows what the devotee is going through. And like he will maintain what you have, and he will replenish, give what you lack. So Ananya Chintayanto Mamejana Paripasate. So that shloka says that in Bhagavad Gita that Krishna will keep what you have, and Krishna will provide what you don't have. So let's go. So that's the importance of this verse. That and the other thing is, when we get at higher stages of bhakti, for pure devotees who chant Shuddha Nam, they will be able to see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Leela. So we have to cultivate our desires. What kind of desires? Not material desires. We have to uh, put our senses to the seva of Rishikesh. Rishikena Rishikesha Sevanam. We have to use our senses to say to serve the Lord Rishikesha, who is the control of senses. And when we do this repeatedly and we get perfect at it, then we can desire to be with Lord, or we can desire to initially we will ask for seva, because every time the final also chanting leads to more chanting. It's not that I am doing Harinam, I've been doing it for 20 years, what now? There's no what now. Chanting will lead to more chanting. You will take the names of Lord more lovingly, with more affection. Prema Pumarto Mahan. So dharma, artha, kam, moksha, all of us are doing the char purusharth. The pancham purusharth is the prema purvak bhakti. That is the pancham purusharth. So when you do the prema purvak bhakti, and you will certainly attain the lotus feet of Lord. And then these past, you can meditate on the past times, and then those will be revealed to us at the right time. Text 285. ये मंत्रे ते ये वैष्णवा इष्ट ध्यान करे, से माता देखाए ठाकुर विश्वम्भरे. Devotees
सिंपल
see
हम
Lord.
इसमें है ना, सिंपल
Can
सा
somebody mute? Haribol, can somebody mute that Mataji?
what is that?
Chandrakala Mathur, please stay muted, Mataji. A devotee sees Lord Vishwambara according to the mantra he invokes while meditating on his worshipable Lord. The Supreme Lord, the embodiment of pastimes, expands his eternal pastimes in his innumerable forms while residing in Mahavaikuntha. In order to see any particular pastime, persons who desire deliverance from their mental concoctions may chant the appropriate mantra to see the Lord's corresponding pastimes. Sri Chaitanya Deva manifests in different forms before different devotees. In Bhagavad Gita, it is stated, as all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Ye yata mam prapadente tam tataksh. So Krishna, as you surrender to him, in which mode in Krishna reveal will reveal that much to you. According to this verse, Sri Gaura Sundara exhibits various forms of Vishnu, the embodiment of pastimes, to his various categories of devotees. From this, one should not think that Vishwambara is not Vishnu. It is not that while seeing the deity form of demigods other than Vishnu, that one should not consider them as forms of Vishnu. In demigods other than Vishnu, however, there is a lack of completeness. In Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated, Tvam Bhakti Yoga परिभावित हृत सरोजा असे श्रुते शिता पथो नानुनाथ पुंसां यद्यद्धियात उर्गया विभवयन्ति तत्तद् वपु प्रणयसे सद अनुग्रहाय. O my Lord, your devotees can see you through the years by the process of bona fide hearing, and thus their hearts become cleansed and you take your seat there. So, Shravanam, Kirtanam both go hand in hand. So, while we chant the holy names of the Lord, we have to hear every mantra. So, when we recite something, when we hear back what we chanted, that goes through the karna ke dwara, it goes through our heart and cleanses the heart. When our heart is cleansed of all anarthas, the Supreme Lord takes that seat in our heart. You are so merciful to your devotees that you manifest yourself in particular eternal form of transcendence in which they always think of you. In the Vedanta Sutra, it is stated, Api Chaivam Eke. It is also taught that although the Lord is one, he has innumerable forms. In the Vedanta Sutra, it is also stated, Sthana Visheshat Prakashadivat. As the sun's rays are perceived differently in different places, the Lord is also perceived in various ways. In Bhagavad Gita, it is stated, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam tataiva bhajamyaham. As all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. So this is what in the previous line also it was said. So as we surrender to the Supreme Lord, that much of benediction or revelation, realization we get. In the Tantra Shastra, it is said that Yadrisho bhavitastva esha tadrisho jiva abhajet. The Lord reciprocates with the living entities according to how they worship them. So the asakti, the yearning to meet Lord, when you develop that in your heart, the Lord will slowly start revealing you, and your hearts will become full. You will not need anything from the external world to give you happiness or bliss at that point in time. You will automatically reject everything that is material and will get totally focused on the Supreme Lord and do all your devotional service so lovingly that your focus will be 100% then only on serving the Lord. So this is the way Krishna reciprocates, and this doesn't happen with other demigods, because even when people go to worship demigods, their demigods are ministers under the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the demigods also, the ministers also wish that we all worship the Lord. So, but if you, it doesn't mean that we don't worship the demigod, we don't respect them, we respect them with the correct meaning. We know whom we are worshipping and what is their relationship to Krishna. So even if you are going to ask for any benediction from the demigod, that is going to be granted only by the sanctioning of Supreme Lord. It is very clearly stated in Srimad Bhagavatam in various contexts, including Canto 3, where Brahmaji himself says that everything which is nothing moves without the consent or sanctioning of the Supreme Lord. So it's very clearly mentioned that not a blade of grass will move. So only when it is sanctioned, it is then getting awarded through some demigod. But the common man thinks that I worship this, I did this for 16 weeks, I did this for 8 weeks, and I got this. So it is wrong. So only when there is a whole cycle how these things get granted. The soul desires for it. The soul desires for it, but the nature is granting it. But the nature doesn't grant on its own. The nature grants it only when the Supreme Lord is sanctioning it. So we might think we are the doer, but we are not the doer. We are only creating desires. We are only desiring something, but our karma balance will tell us, will be checked by the Supreme Lord, and only when it is to be granted, it will be granted, and nature is only facilitating it. The essence of the meaning of this verse is that Lord Krishna appears in all his innumerable eternal forms because of the desires of his pure devotees. In whatever transcendental mellow my devotee worships me, I reciprocate with him. So the transcendental mellows of the out of the five rasas, the Shanta ras is not counted in the Gaudiya Vaishnava Parampara. So Dasya ras, Sakhya ras, Vatsalya ras, and Madhurya ras. Madhurya ras being the topmost rasa. In whichever transcendental mellow we worship the Supreme Lord, the Lord will certainly reciprocate with us. So in the higher levels, you will look forward to the person who is in highest of Dasya Rasa, like Hanumanji, and highest of Sakhya Rasa of the Sakhas of Lord Krishna in Brajadham. And similarly, Vatsalya Rasa, one will follow the footsteps of Yashoda Mai. In that way, and in Madhurya Rasa, the Sakhis and the Gopis of Vrindavan. This way, devotees will associate, meditate, and thus get the benediction accordingly. So Krishna says, I will reciprocate according to the mellow in which my devotee worships me. That is my natural behavior. Therefore, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has exhibited to everyone all the pastimes of the various incarnations. Text 286. देखा पाने सिखाया
क्या
सब
है?
हरि बोल। माता जी किसी ने कुछ बोला क्या? हरे कृष्णा। देखाया आपने सिखाया सब करे ये सकल कथा भाई सुने पाछे आरे. In this way, he manifests himself and teaches all his devotees, and they in turn teach these topics to others. By displaying the pastimes of Vishnu's various incarnations, Mahaprabhu taught his devotees that he was the fountainhead of all incarnations. Those who realized this imparted it in turn to others. So Mahaprabhu ने ये दिखाया कि he is the head from which all incarnations come. Supreme Lord Krishna, from him, he is the avatari and all the avatars emanate from him. 287. जन्म जन्म तोमारा पाइले मोरा संगा तोमा शबरा बृत्ते ओय देखी बे मोरा रंगा. You have my association birth after birth. Even all your servants will see my pastimes. When the Lord performs his pastimes in this world, his associates come with him and engage in his service. Persons who are counted as servants of those associates also receive the opportunity to realize those pastimes of the Lord. So the eternal parshas. So when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came down, he came along with his parshas and associates, and he's saying that you will have my association life after life, and even all your servants will see. So not only you, but even your servants will see the pastimes. Apana galara mala dila sabha kare, charvita tambula ajna haila sabare. Lord gave his garlands and beetle remnants to everyone. Mahana dekhaya sabe, Mahanan dekhaya sabe, Harshitaya, Koti Chandra Sharada, Mukhera Dravyapana. After receiving the remnants of the Supreme Lord, whose face resembled like the Koti Chandra Shushital, like the face was resembling like the autumn moons, millions of autumn moons, and all the devotees ate them in great ecstasy. So, when one gets the remnants of the Lord, what to talk about it when we heard that Narada Muni got little bit of the Mahaprasad from Jagannath Puri, he was dancing in ecstasy, and then Parvati was asking, "Why are you dancing in such a great ecstasy?" And then Narad Muni said that I got the Mahaprasad, and then she was feeling that why she couldn't get. Then Narad Muni gave a little bit, and after that she did tapasya, and that's how after Jagannath Puri today also the Mahaprasad after offering to the Lord, it's offered to Bimla Devi first, after which only it comes for the devotees. Since Mahaprabhu is the object of worship, he is qualified to accept various ingredients of enjoyment like sandalwood pulp, betel nuts, and garlands. All ingredients of enjoyment are meant for his service alone. The devotees can accept the remnants of garlands, sandalwood pulp, and other items that are first offered to the Lord. While accepting the Lord's remnants, such as betel nuts, which are ingredients of his enjoyment, the service propensity of the living entity is enhanced. If while accepting such remnants of Lord, a living entity becomes happy thinking the Lord has enjoyed these items, then his happiness derived from material enjoyment is vanquished. So that's what, when we get the remnants of holy people, sadhus, then everything else is tuchha in front of it. So every material you will get, first of all, the material enjoyment in your hearts will completely vanish, because we are getting the ultimate supreme taste. If a conditioned soul, under the pretext of service, accepts those ingredients of enjoyment in order to fulfill his desire for material enjoyment, then he invites inauspiciousness. So, on the other contrary, if he accepts these ingredients as for his own enjoyment, to fulfill his material desires, then it is not auspicious for him. भोजनेर अवशेष यते काछिला नारायणी पुण्यवती तहा से पाइला. The fortunate Narayani, she is the niece of Srivas Thakur, received the remnants left after the Lord finished eating. Srivasera Brata Shruta Bhalika Anjana Tahare Bhojana Shesha Prabhu Kare Dana. The innocent young girl Narayani was the daughter of Srivasa's brother. The Lord gave her his remnants. परमानंदे खाया प्रभुरा प्रसादा सकल वैष्णव तांड्रे करे आशीर्वादा. All the Vaishnavas blessed her as she joyfully ate the Lord's remnants. ध्याना ध्याना धन्य धन्य ऐसे सेविला नारायण बालिका स्वभावे धन्य ही हर जीवना. She is indeed glorious because she engaged in Narayana's service. Although she was a child, her life became very glorious. खाइले प्रभुर आज्ञा नारायणी कृष्णेर परमांदे कांदा देखी सुनी. After she ate the Lord's remnants, the Lord ordered her, O Narayani, let me hear you cry in ecstasy for Krishna. हे न प्रभु चैतन्येर अज्ञार प्रभाव कृष्ण बाली कांदे अति बालिका स्वभाव. Lord Chaitanya's order has such potency that the innocent young girl Narayani began to cry while calling out the names of Krishna. So this reminds me of a small leela with Srila Prabhupada, and Srila Prabhupada was in Hyderabad giving a was telling about Krishna in a katha, Krishna katha. There on the stage, this young girl, Saraswati, was running around. She is Malati Mataji's daughter, who were one of their senior disciples at that point, who were preached in the Europe, London especially. So Prabhupada was preaching, and then he asked a question, who is the Supreme Personality of Lord, Godhead? And many could not answer. Then he called this girl Saraswati and he says, Saraswati, can you tell who is the Supreme Personality, who is the Supreme Lord? And she says, Krishna, and then she runs. So Narayani Leela just reminded, we'll take one more verse and then we'll stop today. अद्यापिह वैष्णव मंडले ध्वनि गौरंगेर अवशेष पात्रा नारायणी. Even today, it is well known in Vaishnava society that Narayani was a recipient of Gauranga's remnants. In the course of narrating topics concerning his mother, the author describes the past incident of how his mother received the Lord's remnants. So, Vrindavan Das Thakur's mother is Narayani, and because Narayani got the remnants of Gauranga, she got a child who is so great, that who has written this Chaitanya Bhagavat, Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur ki Jai. So we'll stop here. Hare Krishna. Happy Ekadashi to all. And I think we have few minutes. We can sing Shuddha Bhakta Charana Renu. 1 minute. Anybody, any reflection or comments? So let's meditate nicely so that upcoming Sharad Purnima is on 28th of October, and from that day we have the auspicious month of Kartik, which is full of benediction. It's called the Urja month. Radha Rani's another name is Urja, and whatever devotional service you do, it is multiplied thousands of times. And let's stay away from any aparad, any Nam aparad, Vaishnav aparad, and just focus on doing our devotional service like Purushottam Mass. This month of Kartik is fully potent. So people visit holy places, holy dhams, especially Mathura, Vrindavan, and all the holy places in Kartik. So you will see devotees going everywhere, and also associate with more and more devotees in the upcoming Kartik, where the programs have been organized by Mataji. शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूल भक्त सेवा परम सिद्धि प्रेमलति कर मूल माधव तिथि भक्ति जननी जटन पालन कोरी कृष्ण बसती बसती बोली परम अधरे भूरी गौरा मार जे सब स्थाने कोरोलो ब्राह्मण रांगे से सब स्थान हिरी बो आमी प्रणयी भगत संगे मृदंग वाद्य सुनीते माना बसर सद जाछे गौर विहित कीर्तन सुनी आनंद हृदय नाचे जुगल मूर्ति देखिया मोरा परम आनंद होया प्रसाद सेवा कोरीते होया सकल प्रपंच जाया जे दीने गृहे भजन देखी गृहे ते गोलोक भाया चरण सिद्धु देखिया गंगा सुख ससीमा पाया तुलसी देखी जुराया प्राण माधव तो शनि जानी गौर प्रिया शाक सेवाने जीवन सार्थक मानी भक्ति विनोद कृष्ण भजने अनुकूल पाया जा प्रति दिवसे परम सुखे स्वीकार करो ताहा शुद्ध भक्त चरण रेणु भजन अनुकूल. Hare Krishna. Thank you all for tolerating
Hare
me.
Krishna.
Yes, Madhya.
Mataji, which you completed till which verse, Mataji?
294, Mataji.
294. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you all for joining. Hare Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण
दंडवत प्रणाम. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यः च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. शिल प्रभुपाद की जय.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much,
Hare
Mataji. Hare
Krishna, Mataji. Thank you.
Krishna.
हरे कृष्ण माता जी दंडवत प्रणाम
Hare Krishna.
दंड